videos on. Okay. So, hi, good evening, everyone. And we are here again to give you a small, brief sneak preview into what it takes to absolutely bell the cat and then also convert your best call. And I think here I have five people who will be the best to give you both in terms of advice as well as share their experience on how they did that and traverse that journey. Uh, for some, it has been arduous. For some, it has been relatively easy. But let me assure you that there was absolutely no degree of difference in terms of the dedication, perseverance, and sheer hard work that has gone in to make these guys incoming PGP batches to a lot of illustrious schools that they'll talk about. I'm Janvi, a 2018 IIM Calcutta pass out myself, and here I am just to moderate the session, and hopefully that by the end of the video you'll have a lot of amazing insights as to what it takes to be in the program in terms of the CAT prep and then subsequent GDPI process and convert calls. So hey guys, hi, good evening. How are all of you?
Hello, hi, we're good.
That's great. And when are you guys joining your B schools?
In the next
Off
15,
the
20
week of
days?
June. Yeah,
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow,
in the
wow.
next 2 weeks. After the next 2 weeks.
That's great.
I have already joined. I joined ISB
Oh,
over IIM Ahmedabad and another thing, but yeah, I just joined last month.
oh, wow. Great, yeah. I mean, for people who've not joined, make the most of the 2 weeks. And yeah, make the most of the 10 months that are coming your way. Because I think
Yeah.
are going to be life altering in more ways than one. That's all I can probably say at the moment. Okay. So guys, if any one of you or two of you or whoever, the way you want to play it around, if you could give us a sense of why did you think of doing CAT? Why did you think of writing this exam? What was your journey like? What was your prep like? Any kind of snippets of perspective in terms of what it takes to actually successfully write the exam and get a good percentile? We would love to hear that.
Maybe I can go ahead. Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Sanket Vanna. I have got a 99.98 percentile in CAT 2022, receiving calls from the old times along with FMS. I have currently converted calls from IIM Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, Kozhikode, FMS, while being waitlisted at IIM Ahmedabad. So this was my second track at CAT. I had given CAT 2021, getting a 98.72 percentile. So coming on to why CAT, so it is the journey, I mean, to most of the prestigious B schools in the country. And I mean, if I look at why did I pursue an MBA, so the level of decision making that you get from a role after an MBA and after UG, I mean, I'm an engineering student, so it's quite completely different. I work at Citibank, so I know the differences that are there. I mean, the in City, I work in a technology role, which is basically a back-end role, but after MBA, you get to work on the front-end roles primarily. So that was one of the primary, I mean, what I can say, motivations for me to pursue CAT. And the Holy Dignity, I mean, gives you the best of the opportunities in the country. So that was my motivation for pursuing CAT this time. Others can take it forward.
Yeah. So actually, hi everyone. I'm Yash Patel. I scored 99.92 in CAT 2022. So my motivation to do an MBA was just like grow in the basically like grow in my career. I am from tech background, and I want to be in a front end tech role where I can contribute to the strategy of the application or anything. So I thought that the product management role would give me a lot more flexibility, and that's why I wanted to pursue product management after my MBA. And about preparations, I just tried focusing more on mocks because I felt that I have a good understanding of fundamentals. So I was like, okay, let's go and try solve solve a lot more mocks, and then I just analyze each mocks where I'm getting, like for example, where I'm getting wrong, how to manage times and everything. And finally, it was a great journey.
Hello. Hi everyone. I can go ahead. Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. I am Atharva, and I got 99.39% in CAT 2022. It was my first time in the writing CAT, and I converted. I am Bangalore. I am Lucknow, and I am wetlisted in IIM Indore. And also IIT Bombay, MDI, and all the CAP schools. My motivation for writing CAT was similar to what Sanket said. So I am also working in Citibank, and I'm working in backend role. So the kind of problems I was solving, so I felt that it was not up to my. I was not fully using my potential to solve those problems. So and I think I could solve much bigger problems at a corporate level. I was basically developing some tools to be used by the traders and the middle office. So I felt that while I'm developing these tools, I'm getting the knowledge, but in my current role, I will never be able to get in a position where I'm myself using those tools to make some decision making. So I felt that the MBA would be the best decision to best course to reach at that level. And actually, I had a talk with all my friends who are doing MBA and are also pursuing CAT. And then I finally, around June or July of 2022, I decided to give my CAT exam, and then I started with mocks only, and I gave around 15-20 mocks, and then finally I gave CAT and was also able to score 91.39.
Okay. So what I could, gather from the three of you is that the understanding that once you do an MBA program, the sort of roles that come your way are much more evolved up the value chain. You get options to explore and do certain roles, which currently probably you are assisting in, or you were one of the inputs into, but now possibly once you'll come out of these B schools, you'll get those front end roles, as to say, where actually you'll be applying a lot more of your knowledge and skill base. And hence, you guys have taken that decision and that plunge to probably leave a lot of your cushy jobs and pursue this program. Probably between Astha and Arth, if you guys could give us a sense of um, how was the journey. I mean, what sort of failures came your way, what sort of pitfalls, either the ones which you fell into or the ones which you avoided, and how did you go about, and what was your mantra on the exam day to ensure that a good percentile comes your way?
So I'll go first, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the pitfalls that I found the biggest were that people were scared of being judged by their mock scores. They would get a bad mock score and they'll be like, okay, I'm not going to see it again, or I'll just stay away from it. And that's one of the biggest mistakes, I believe. In my first attempt, I did not do that well, and I had to recorrect that on the second attempt. So that is one of the biggest things, that don't be scared after a couple of bad mock scores. Still go back and analyze them better than the ones in which you got good score. And that would actually give you a very fair idea of where you are lacking, not in terms of just concepts, but in terms of emotional aptitude, where in terms of if you are not getting answer in maybe 2-3 questions, then what you're feeling and how is that affecting all the other easy questions that you could have attempted in a maybe better state of mind. So I believe that is one of the biggest understanding that helped me get a better score this year. And other than that, during GDPI, I felt that understanding your own self is a really important thing, because the interviewer has a lot of importance on knowledge, but also has a lot more importance of the candidate knowing what they are, what they're trying to give, and what they want. So I believe those two are the biggest understandings that I had this year compared to the other years, which would probably have helped me convert my best call.
So yeah, I had quite a tough journey, honestly. I started preparing in 2017 when I was in my second year of graduation. And I gave around 3 attempts in CAT. First attempt, I did not study the right things. I got a 75 percentile. I was heartbroken. For any ABC aspirant, I was absolutely heartbroken. Then after a couple of years, I tried again. But what I realized is that I performed well in my mock, but somehow on the day of the paper, I didn't do well. And I didn't do well in the section that mattered the most. And that made me realize a very different strategy to CAT, that your mental health is very important. You have to be in the right frame of mind to do well. And CAT is not just something you binge study on the weekend. It's something that you consistently make a part of your life every day, like every day, those 2 hours. So it becomes something very normal, like a habit that you go and just give the paper and you're absolutely calm. So one thing was that a bad day doesn't equal to bad scores. Like that doesn't mean that you won't be able to do well in the paper. And the second thing is that you need to be in your best state of mind. And for that, that doesn't necessarily mean studying late and sleeping less. It also means giving every single part of your life equal weightage and doing it in the best way possible. And yeah, as I said that this was CAT, and then when it came to GDPI, self-introspection is the most important thing now. If you're going in front of IIM ABC professors and you're just giving that flowery answer that, oh, I don't know, or, I want to understand business and all of that, that's not going to work. So you really have to sit back and sit a couple of nights and understand why this is important to you. Why will you add value to that institute? And that itself is a very important part in a self-development of an MBA aspirant as well.
Thank you so much for this. I'll just take this chain of thought a little forward in terms of, your GDPI processes and your preparation. So, Athar, if you could probably give us a sense of, what were the calls that you had, like you told us, the converts that you do. What did you feel at that moment, when these kind of calls started trickling in? And how did you decide that you're going to join Prepzone, who's going to help you and assist you in getting this GDPI process done? And also, if you could give us a brief view of how did you take it, and what were your experiences? Probably you could give us a sense of how did you motivate yourself on a daily basis to prepare for this, and then actually convert the call.
Okay, so I think my journey will be a little unusual. Like I gave my CAT in November end. November 27 was the CAT day, and I went on a chill mode for 1 2 weeks, and after that the JAT was on 8th of January. So I said that let's give 1 2 CAT JAT mocks, and then let's give JAT exam, and after that we'll see about the GDPI. But before that exam only, I think Lucknow's SOP submission date was there. So at that time, I started thinking about this why MBA question that everyone is dreaded about. So I started researching about myself. So why I want to do CAT, and then I submitted my Lucknow SOP. I think it was on 4th or 5th January, and then I gave my that exam on 8th of January. And to my surprise, like again after that mock, there was that exam. There was a weekend, 2 3 days I chilled, and on 11th of January, to my big shock, my Lucknow interview was scheduled on 24th. So 24th of January. So it was not even 12 days for my preparation, and I had zero preparation till that day. And that's when I started talking with my friend Sanket, who is also here with us today. So he said that he's already enrolled into Prepzone, and he has been studying there for 1 2 weeks, and he has a good journey there. So I also then went to Prepzone website, saw some testimonials, and ultimately I decided to join Prepzone. And I straight away told my mentors and Shivam sir, like, this is my situation. Until now, I have zero preparation, and my Lucknow interview, which was my one of my best call. Like I didn't have ABC calls. I only had Bangalore and Lucknow among Blackie, Bangalore, Lucknow, and Indore among Blackie. So it was one of my best shot at the success at that time. So I straight away told them my situation, and they said don't panic, and they gave me one by one step plan, one by one steps to how you can tackle this situation better. So they told me to prepare my profile map to understand myself better, and then they also told me the most frequently asked questions that the PDF was uploaded on the Prepzone portal. So I went to that PDF and I tried to write down the answers to most frequently asked questions. And then I also prepared my ACADs in those 1 2 days. I took 4 days off my from my work and then prepared my ACADs and all. And then I finally gave my interview on 24th of January. So this was my decision making behind joining Prepzone.
Great, Athar. I think देर आए पर दुरुस्त आए. That's all I can say for you. Um, Anyone else in terms of prep zone? Why prep zone? The journey.
Yeah, I'd like to go for that. So in my 2021 attempt of CAT, I had joined Prepzone for that booster batch. But again, as I mentioned, that my attempt didn't go well. So I had their course material. I used that to prepare for the second time. And because of like that, and I knew that a couple of my friends from the 2021 booster batch were taking up for GDPI. And I had a look at the modules of the GDPI program that they were doing. And in 2021, I only had Code. So I thought, okay, I'll just go to any big company like Time or IMS, so just enroll with them. And I saw the difference in the minute details that, there's something that's given very generally by a big tuition company, or whether when it comes to Prepzone, everything is broken down into details so you understand what the impact of a certain topic is. So because of that, and also that I was a CAT student, I joined GDPI, and I must say, the mentorship is definitely the best. Janvi, I had interviewed with you as well. Some of your insights actually really helped me in my interview. So I had calls from all of BLACKI except Calcutta, and I'll be joining Bangalore this year. And my Bangalore interview, thanks to my mentor, thanks to my interviewers who took my mock interviews, was a breeze. I was laughing around and joking with them. I had a conversation with the industry alumni. It gave me that confidence, and it also gave me enough knowledge because I had zero GK when I joined. I absolutely didn't know anything, and it gave me enough knowledge to go and at least face them saying that, hey, this is what I know and this is what I can give you, but I am still ready to learn. So definitely, and my mentor was from Bangalore. So we've created this group where my mentor is still helping me that, when you come to campus, do this and do that. So I did join because I was a student of CAT, but I must say that I would love to come back as a mentor or so someday.
I think, wow, that would be great. Also, if Yash, we'll kind of now take the benefit of you already being there. Uh, if you could probably help us in terms of so you've traversed a journey in terms of CAT preparation, then you've traversed a journey in terms of GDPI, you've landed a school which you wanted, it's been roughly 2.5 weeks that you've been there. How do you see that the preparation that you did prior to joining, how is it helping you anyway once you're back in school? Do you believe that a lot of your elements of the GDPI process has come in now to play because now you're able to express yourself better, articulate yourself better? It gives you a sense of confidence because you've actually poured over yourself. You've given yourself a couple of nights where you've introspected, defined who you are. So how is that helping you now once you're actually there?
So actually, like before joining GDPR, right, I why I had some thoughts. I was basically I was not very clear that okay, I want to go in this particular domain only, and basically I chose ISB over IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Bangalore because I was able to clear that thought during my GDPI only. That okay, like my role basically my goal after MBA is this, and therefore I want to join a particular college. That why MBA questions helps you a lot. Basically in your whole journey only. And here I think I spent around 1 month. I have interns tomorrow, but yeah. So it's basically I feel that before GDPR, right, I have stammering issues, and I had a lot of problem giving interviews all my life, and there is a constant feedback that I get. But I think the motivation that I get from people like my mentor Yash Pratap Singh. He helped me a lot regarding that. Okay, I'm basically like, don't focus on your communication, but focus on your articulation and opinions, right? People see that, and not your the way of speaking. So all those motivations helped me a lot. He basically like here, I mean, like in last 1 month, I've been able to make a lot of friends. I've been able to communicate to a lot of people just because I got that motivation and understanding from my mentor during the Prepzone.
That's great. Shanket and Arth, if you could guys probably summarize 2 or 3 key takeaways that you guys would absolutely, absolutely, absolutely tell every cat aspirant out there to stick to, adhere to, do, not do, so that their transitions are seamless.
I would just emphasize upon Asta's point, what she had mentioned earlier, that CAT is not like JEE or like it's like UPSC that you need to study for about 8 to 10 hours in a day. It's important that you have discipline and consistency and have 0 days basically. You don't skip the preparation on any single day, how much hectic it is. So I had done that. And also don't skip upon your social life, as I mentioned yesterday also, that, keep that intact as well. So it will help you a lot, because CAT is more about your mental health rather than whatever else is going about. And in CAT, what I've seen this year is that if you have a bull run in one of the sections, and even if the other 2 sections go in a moderate manner, you can still score a very high percentile. It's about 99.7 plus. People have scored like that only. So it's important that in CAT also you don't take whatever performance you have had in a particular section, you don't carry it to the next session. Even if it was very well, then just start from zero for the next section as well. Just like cricket, we start from zero for after, even if you scored a triple century in the previous innings. So these 2-3 takeaways I believe can hold you in good state for the upcoming CAT.
So Sanket has taken a lot about the CAT, so I'll take the GDPI. So one of the things that I'd say is that have a fair balance between your preparation in terms of opinions and numbers. I've seen my friends having great score, but having a little bit extra bias on either of the side and not getting their best calls. Interviewers love to have a fair balance between the opinions that you have and the numbers that are backing them. If you don't have your opinions backed by numbers, it does not look really well. And at the same time, if you just have numbers, it feels like the person does not know what to think and are just mugging up the numbers and came. So don't just go hell bent on one side. Have a fair idea of what the numbers are, try to remember them, but also make sure that you make your own personal opinions and well thought of opinions. Have your reasoning behind those opinions, because they will be questioned. It is not that you read somebody's opinions and you mug up and then you just give it. Have a fair understanding and have a fair reasoning why they are there. And if you don't believe it, maybe go with the counter examples also. That's okay. But as far as you are thinking well, it should be completely okay. All they want is for you to think and think properly in a proper and structured manner. So that is one of the key things that I learned at Prepzone. So I would like to tell everybody also that.
And also 2 or 3 specific parts of the module which you guys believe really helped you. What was it in the program that really made you from, let's say, the good to the better, or the better to the best, or however you want to define it?
If I'll go first, I believe the rapid rounds were the most helpful to me, because in that you realize how much all your other competitors know and how much you don't know, and it's literally in front of everything. So it's a huge reality check, and it also motivates you to be better in the next rapid round. So that was one of the biggest things where I prepared every day, because if you don't do well, it was a very negative thought that would come, कि अरे लोगों को इतना सब आता है, मुझे तो नहीं आता इस पे.
Yeah,
So that was one of the biggest things that was different and really helped me in Prepzone.
sure.
I would say the daily discussions were one of the most helpful things. So it's not always possible that everyone is there on every single day, but at least being aware of the topics, and we had somebody summarizing it every single day, having the summary of what is going on, that is very important. Like that at least keeps you on your toes, like you know what is happening. One day, let's say you forget to read the paper, at least you know what's happening. And the best part is that the topics are so relevant and some of them are so interconnected that they actually have an indirect impact in helping you form an overall opinion on the economy or AI or technology, given whatever is going on. So that was one of the most helpful things for me.
I believe that I was doing fairly well with my CA preparation. I mean, in the meantime, whenever I was preparing, but the mocks that were taken by the mentors were, I mean, really helpful for me. I mean, those have been opened up new Pandora's boxes for me every day, every mock I took. So I believe that was, I mean, one of the most excellent parts of the whole Prepzone GDPI revision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll also agree with Sanket that for me also like current affairs was fairly good for me from beginning, but I think I was not able to articulate my opinions better in the beginning of the mock interview. So those couple rounds of mock interviews and the feedback that which the mentors gave, it really helped me in actual interviews where I was able to articulate my opinions better and like act upon the feedback that was given them.
Understood. Anything else, Yash?
yeah, no, I think they covered
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, so
I also feel, I mean, probably because as I work very closely as a mentor in the program, one of the things that I also feel is a very, very great initiative that happens is you get a lot of personalized attention. You know, you get a mentor assigned to you who's probably a call away. You know, we do understand that there are times when the mentors are busy and they're not able to respond probably as prompt as they would like, but the very fact that there's someone who's been there, done that, he or she will be able to talk you through, alleviate your anxieties, alleviate your fears, tell you, you've got this, we've gone through answers, we've gone through your profiles, it kind of the very sense and the safety and security, the surety that there's someone there to talk to. I think that's also a great initiative. And one of the other things that I've heard from a lot of people who do the program is the sheer peer group that you get at Prepzone. I mean, you get people from the very best, both in terms of academic backgrounds, people who've done really well in CAT, have the brilliant calls. So, when you kind of interact with them daily, you interact with them either in terms of your subject prep or the CA current affair discussions that you have daily, you do really get a reality check in terms of where you stand and, who possibly could also be a friend then when you walk into a B school. So I think these are a couple of things that I would also add from my end, which, make the programs a tad different from what other offer. And hence, I think the success that we've had and the results that we had are a testimony of that. So great, guys. Thank you. Thank you for taking out time on a Saturday evening and doing this for us, and wishing you all the very best for what lies ahead of you after 2 weeks. And Yash, you are already there. So all the very best wishes. All I would just want, probably for you guys to do is, as you log out, if you could possibly give by one life mantra that you swear by, and you would want every aspirant to live it, just drop that in, and we could probably end the call there.
Okay, I will
I'll
go.
go first.
Okay, I will go. So I think my best mantra for CAT preparation and GDPI will be consistency is the key. So even if you do 20 minutes or half an hour per day preparation, but do it every day. Don't skip any day.
So mine would be, don't get too happy on good scores, don't get too sad on bad scores. They're all gonna come by, they're all gonna go again. It all matters as far as you are keeping up the same thing regardless of what you get.
so mine is also like very similar to Earth only. I'm like these two shall pass. So like don't be basically like don't be nervous, don't be very confident. Just do it and eventually you'll get there.
I mean, what I'm saying might have been said many times to the experience, but try to, as much as possible, dissociate yourself from the outcome. Give your best during the whole process that is there for CAT and GDPI. But I mean, try to discuss it as much as possible. This will lead to less stress and anxiety throughout.
Right.
Mine would be that discipline and belief in yourself are a very deadly combination. Believe in your dreams, believe in yourself. Bad scores don't mean that you won't be able to do it in the future. And stay disciplined, keep it consistent, and I think hard work always pays off.
Great, great. I think these were absolute gems of wisdom. So thank you guys, and have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye.